Art, women, and the mind of a killer. Another of Samuel Little's passions was art. He learned to draw during one of his many prison stints when he was in his 20s. He was sentenced to 3 years for robbing a furniture store in Ohio. While studying the works of famous artists, he developed a particular admiration for the Impressionists. He even liked to compare himself to Van Gogh. In an interview with New York Magazine, Little admitted that he now realizes, "The only things I've ever been good at were fighting and drawing." However, his relationship with women was far more complicated. He adored them as a child, almost worshipped them, believing they were angels. For a long time, he couldn't grasp that they were just like everyone else. He even had a longtime girlfriend named Jean, who was exceptionally skilled at shoplifting. But Little suffered from erectile dysfunction. This didn't stop him from attempting to rape women he encountered. He was aroused by strangling his victims. "When I choke them, I feel like I'm in heaven. Like I'm in bed with Marilyn Monroe," he once said. One day his obsession went too far. According to Little, his first murder took place on New Year's Eve in 1969 in Miami. She was a big, mature blonde, a whore, a prostitute, sitting in a restaurant all dressed in red leather, very pretty. She crossed her legs. They were covered in fishnet stockings. She touched her neck. That was my sign. From God. Little often spoke about God, claiming that he himself had been sent from heaven to fix the world, to make it better. He was eerily calm when discussing his crimes. Samuel Little had no fear of the police. He was convinced that no one would miss the prostitutes, drifters, and addicts he preyed on. And even if their bodies were found, authorities would likely assume they died from drug overdoses rather than murder. He roamed the streets at night, cruising in his car like Travis Bickle from Taxi Driver, picking up women. He targeted the broken, the desperate, the lonely, always finding a way to lure them in. He would tell them how beautiful they were, how he had fallen for them at first sight, how he wanted to paint their portrait. Most of those who agreed to go with Little never came back. He saw himself as an angel of death, taking the lives of those he believed the world no longer needed.